Welcome.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Since the clock is working so well, I do not need my 30-second warning, but thank you. Uh, Board Member Shelby, I recognize you from when you appeared before the legislative body. I appreciated very much you being there and getting to learn about you. I also heard you in the last meeting compliment Louisa, and I want to throw that out there too. Your actions as a board member and as a whole board, and Louisa's action, are what giving me faith in the fact that the board, or the bar, I should say, might be headed in the right direction. It's an unusual way that you're behaving for a government body. So thank you for that. Thank you for your continued commitment to transparency. For those who don't know, I show up to these meetings and make my voice heard, and I publish these videos to my YouTube channel at Father in Exile, where I document the kidnapping of my children by corrupt government actors. I mentioned at the last session, which was executive committee, why an IG is a bad idea. And I mentioned my experience with the California National Guard and how I got 2 national news stories published with the California San Francisco Bay Area investigative team from NBC. I encourage everybody to go look at those. IGs are not neutral. They rarely do real investigations. As an example, with that National Guard, I had an IG tell me that she went and asked the wrongdoer if they did anything wrong, and they said no, so they closed the investigation. That has been my experience for 10 years with numerous IGs. They often also frequently act as gatekeepers, blocking valuable information from the deciders, in this case, the board. And a perfect example of that is what's going on with the Commission on Judicial Performance right now. I had a lawyer over there admit to me that he was blocking information from the commission. The board does not need that. The board needs its own investigators who will be ruthless in investigating people who do not enforce the law or the bar's rules and regulations. I want to encourage the board to aggressively use its powers. That is one of the problems with the IG. Whenever they do good work, nothing's ever done by it. You can see this with the federal Congress. It's too politicized. They're always battling with each other. That's an advantage that this board has. You are a small board, you're united, you're committed. I encourage you to exercise your power viciously whenever you find wrongdoing. We need cameras in all courtrooms. That is an easy way for you to catch professional misconduct and judicial misconduct. And I think the board or the bar should make that a position to advocate for, that those cameras are put in there immediately. Along those lines, I think you need public admonishments to be televised and put on YouTube like Florida does. And I encourage the board to look at Florida's public admonishments of lawyers and judges by the Florida Supreme Court that are on YouTube. Thank you for listening to me. I'll talk to you at your next meeting.